Hello, and welcome back. I am That Spider Gaming. We have returned after a bit of a hiatus for PokeWilds. Nothing has changed much on my team. I think I stated all these members. Oh wait, there has been a change. There he is. I completely forgot to add a Pokemon that was going to be on my team, and it's this wonderful Eevee. I forgot to add it, and I am going to want to know which evolution you all want to see it turn into. That is one of the main things I would like to know while I set up the switch training for Eevee to be swapped out with probably Absol or Riolu. But as you can see, this wonderful island is slowly getting better. Or well, my side of it. We're gonna do a bit of a collection of materials from these guys. And I believe we are going to set up a pretty basic goal of doing our first ever resurrection of a fossil. I feel like that would be a fun goal to have, and my team's about equal level to a fossil. Now, I'm thinking either we resurrect a fossil or we can do the continuation of the base. Though I feel like resurrecting the fossil would be more fun. And I already have a couple of fossils in my bag. If I can figure out where they are sitting at. There we go. We have claw fossil, shield fossil, skull fossil, root fossils, and an old... Ooh, we have old ambers. I think that's what we're gonna revive, because we do need a flying type Pokemon still. And old amber would be the perfect flying type. We have a leaf stone. If we had a thunderstone, that would be more precious. But no thunderstone. That just means we gotta level up the old-fashioned way. Terribly for a bit of a lag spike there. And if you always have any nicknames, let me know. I'm going to try and keep the video under 20 minutes, so hopefully it's not too high paced, not too much happens, so there is a good chance that I might cut the video short before we even get to the fossil process. Actually, I know exactly what we're gonna do. We are turning this Eevee into a Jolteon. I know I would let you all decide. However, there is more ways to get Eevee, and we'll probably be using this Eevee, which will become our Jolteon. And in order to do that, we need to get a Thunderstone, which means we need a Ground-type Pokemon again. Gotta head back home. Keep on forgetting to bring that Larvitar. Larvitar is important for its ground type, and that's about it. Larvitar, the evolution is definitely a good Pokemon. And soon enough, I will be making more zones for our Pokemon to relax in. But for now, it is definitely just going to be the fact that our Larvitar is going to be our dig Pokemon. I understand if that disappoints Larvitar fans, Tyranitar fans, I understand. I just don't want to use a pseudo-legendary on my team. I've used Dragonite, Garchomp, Metagross in this game, which I probably will get. I know some people would want to see me grind out a Metagross encounter. We are only running from these encounters because just not needed. I do like my uncut style of editing, or where like all the cuts are simplistic. If you guys want to see an improvement to this channel, let me know. I am thinking about a proper intro section where I will use my own poor skills of animation, and by skills of animation I mean basically MS Paint doodling for my spider avatar, along with figuring out something for the music in the intro, or figuring out moving PNGs. Hi there, Skarmory. You are also a flying type. Though I am already dead set on Aerodactyl. So I am sorry, Skarmory. I used times as a flyer. We're gonna have to pass. And that is the Thunderstone that we need. We're not going to use it on Eevee yet. We'll wait till Eevee's level 20. Hi there, Shuckle. Oh, that's very interesting. We're getting probably our strongest Pokemon outside of Absol really early on is our next partner, Lucario. For the bit of silence, when I do things, I take time to think if there's anything to discuss, and I think for this big video, one of my major discussions is going to definitely be what I do with this channel, like other games I play. So far, one of the major games I do want to play is definitely I said Deltarune playthrough. I've been recommended a fan game of Deltarune, which I probably won't play. I'll just be honest. I also need to check what gender our Duraludon in the pin is. Hi there, Machamp, or Machoke. Here's the thing, I'm checking what gender that Duraludon is because I'm going to catch one of the opposite gender and start getting eggs to begin egg checking. And what gender is our Eevee? Our Eevee's male. Hey, we got the male Duraludon. Didn't take too long. Now, we're gonna hope our strategy works. I'm gonna put it to sleep, hopefully. No, it's going to knock out Curlia, which is not what we want. Lucario. Hit him with the Rock Smash. Yikes, we don't want the defenses to fall, though. Remember, Duraludon is quite heavy, so we chuck our heavy ball. No, darn. I remember Duraludon being quite heavy. We have more heavy balls that we can chuck. I could try and weaken it with like Metal Claw. Honestly, wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, we'll try to get one Metal Claw in there just to see how much that weakens it. Quite a bit. Thank you for helping out, Lucario. Now we gotta send out Croconaw. Chuck in that last heavy ball. No. This could potentially be a wipe because Duraludon almost has maxed out attack. Why is it breaking out? Level ball maybe? I am 5 levels higher. No. I'm saving my Ultra Ball. My Ultra Ball I'm saving at the moment because that is not easy to get. Especially at the stage where we're at. If it comes down to it, I will chuck the Ultra Ball. But I don't think it will. We're just going to quick attack. Try to weaken it a little more. Nope, took it out. Well, I'll cut back to probably being back here and getting encounters. Yeah. That... If only I hit my hypnosis, honestly. That is definitely what needed to happen. I'm gonna try to get some more apricorns for heavy balls. I don't know which one makes it. I think black apricorns. Alright, now we gotta head back home. We will probably be finishing up the episode once we get back to the mountaintop. I will actually have an idea. I know exactly what I'm gonna post as well today, because I'm trying to get into all the forms of content. I'm making not only these long form videos, I am attempting at shorts. My shorts do seem to get traction. If you haven't seen them, they're not good, but they are still more content. You are able to comment, watch, like, subscribe, give me your opinions. I think the major thing that will make you all have more fun, especially with not only this playthrough but more playthroughs later on, is I would want you all to give me your ideas on what I should do on PokeWilds. And you also might see a couple of posts of me making fun of the PokeWild, of whatever YouTube's AI bot is saying, like, I remember seeing one of, like, PokeWild starter team, and the only process in my head is, like, what are you gonna count as a starter? Just Pokemon you can pick up without Pokeballs, or early game Pokemon that you are able to get quickly? Because if it's just you can pick up without Pokeballs, there is always the option of getting a unique Pokemon near the beach area. It's called a Bellasa, fully evolved grass type Pokemon, so you have the maximum range of cut, which is extremely helpful if you need since you do need a decent amount of logs. Grass, you kind of will get a lot of, especially if you just say, I want to make a river. There's a good chance I will do that and just make a full river. I also did not. You know what? This is actually something I am going to do. We are going to create however many balls we can. And we're going to get a couple more encounters in. Probably like after this Whismer 2, maybe 3 more encounters in. But then I'll end the episode up here. So then the next thing that you can see of mine, whether it be shorts or a long play, it's going to be just doing encounters or exploring the map or anything cool that I find. Even though I have been resisting the temptation to just do a lot of this game off camera. What do I mean by off camera for this game? Mainly just building around the base. Alright. We'll end the video depending on... Oh, no, female. Never mind. If it was a male Duraludon, we would have attempted to capture. But it wasn't. So we are going to have this be our final encounter. It's another Duraludon. Is it male? If it's male, we get a bit longer. A bit longer of a video. Alright, we are going to just start off with the Draining Kiss. And we are going to start weakening it. And then Hypnosis. No, because it will one-shot Curlia still. Alright. We can use Crocodile actually for some damage. I think Bite would still be neutral. There we go. Now let's start chucking heavy balls. That was way easier than that other Duraludon. Wow. I did not expect that. Well, I will be ending the video up here. Bit of a different spot to end on. However, I do hope you enjoy the video and that you're gaming. And while my game saves, I'll see you at the web.